guys, it's Claire here, coming to you from my living room. Since I have lots of extra time on my hand these days, I thought I would teach you guys a super simple self-relaxation technique that I learned many years ago when I was attending HMI, the Hypnosis Motivation Institute, out in Tarzana, California, and starting my hypnotherapy practice that I had for many years. And I just thought, you know, we're all under a lot of additional stress these days. So what's a super simple, easy way that I can contribute something positive in a real rough time for a lot of people? So I'm going to teach you this self-relaxation technique, and I wanted to tell you a story about a time when I had an opportunity to teach this very same technique to a bunch of teenage kids that were living in foster care in the Los Angeles area, and this was back in 2009. So, shock and surprise, I took way too long to tell the story, so I'm just going to shorten it up here for you. The Cliff Notes version of the story is this. I taught one mini seminar of this self-relaxation technique to a group of about 10 or 12 kids and a couple of their adult supervisors. Afterwards, one of the adult supervisors came up to me and said, "I've never seen these kids that quiet, not just for that long, but ever. I don't know what you did." And I was like, oh, well, they reacted just like every other kid that I've ever worked with in this way. They love it and they pay attention and they do really great with it. So I wasn't surprised, but he was surprised. And he said, "I really think that you have given them a tool that they can use for the rest of their lives that will really help them to just deal with stresses in life that come up." And I said, that's exactly what I hoped to do. That was my goal. So then at the end of the whole day, after I taught a second mini seminar to another group of kids, one of the other adult supervisors came running in with one of the girls that had attended one of my mini seminars. And she brought her over and she said, "Oh my gosh, we're so glad we found you. I wanted you to hear this." And she turns to the girl and she says, "Tell Claire what you just told me." And this beautiful girl, who was 15 or 16 years old, living in a foster group home, no more than 16 years old, she says to me, after we did that relaxation process, I realized that I'm in charge of my life. And she said, "I used to be angry all the time. Not just sometimes, all the time. I was angry. People would do things and I'd get upset. And I realized that I don't have to be angry. I can choose how I want to react to whatever other people do or don't do, and I can feel however I want to feel." And I said, I'm so glad that you're telling me this, because that's exactly what I wanted you to realize with that process. And she said, "I feel like now I can do whatever I want to do in my life, and I don't have to be angry. I don't have to be upset at everything. I can choose." And I'll never forget that girl and how much she took this whole thing in. And so I really want to share this with you guys, because with all of the craziness that's going on, all the stress, all the fear, all the not knowing what's going to happen. Short term, long term, our future is way up in the air. Everybody can use a little tool that they can help themselves just kind of bring that stress down at least one notch. And I will say, it's not a magic pill. There is no magic pill. I've been taking a magic pill that's been helping me to sleep at night and stay asleep or fall back asleep if I wake up. And even that is not helping me to sleep at night right now. I'm on furlough from my job. For those of you not familiar with the term furlough, it doesn't mean that I've been released early from prison. It means unpaid leave. And that goes through the end of the month at minimum. And then after that, we'll see what else happens. So I'm not sleeping at night. The medication that I've been taking lately that used to help me sleep is not helping me fall asleep. And I add this self-relaxation process to that pill that I've been taking, and I'm still not sleeping. So there are some things it's just not going to do. But there are times throughout the day when I need to bring my stress level down a little bit. And I do use this process, and it does help. And the really super cool thing about this, besides how simple it is that the more you use it, the more effective it becomes. So it works with repetition, and the repetition just reinforces the relaxation response that your body gives when you do this process. Cool? So here we go. And if you want to skip all that, just look in the comments below and I'll tell you at what point to just forward to. And here's where I'm going to start talking about the actual process itself. So first you're going to need 2 words. The first word that you're going to need is a physical word, positive, physical feeling word. So something like relaxed, release, loose, heavy, light, warm, cool, whatever. When you think of relaxation, the physical word that seems to go along with that for you. You're going to be sitting down in a chair or on the couch or whatever, sitting up straight with your hands palm down on your knees. So tingly is a good word for this exercise. Okay, so let's go with tingly. And then the second word that you're going to need is a positive emotion word. So that could be something like calm, serene, joy or joyful, happy, free, peaceful. Hands on the knees. And you're just going to imagine or pretend or imagine what it would be like if you could feel that physical relaxation word in the palms of your hands. Okay? And then you're just going to start sending that positive relaxation feeling down into your knees, all the way down through your legs, into your feet and into your toes. And then you're going to send it back up the body, all the way up the body to the top of the head. When you get it through your arms and through your torso and all the way to the top of your head, then at that point, you're going to take a breath in and say your positive emotion word. So let's say the physical word is tingling, so you're saying the word tingling as you're moving that tingling through the body. And then let's say calm is your positive emotion word. So then when you get to the top of your head, you're going to take a breath in and think inside your head, silently think to yourself the word calm. And you're just breathing normally. Once you add in your emotion word, you're just going to continue saying your physical feeling word and your emotion word silently in your head until your timer goes off. And once your timer goes off, you're all done. So at that point, just wiggle your toes a little, stretch your body a little bit for a minute to ground yourself back in your body, and then go about the rest of your day. So try it and let me know how it works for you. And every time you do it, it will get stronger and more effective. So even if it's 5 minutes, some people do 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes would be super awesome, and you should at least try it once for 30 minutes just to give yourself that time, if that's possible. I know a lot of you guys have kids, animals, spouses. There's a lot of needy people and beings in the world these days. So sometimes literally all you have is 5 minutes when you get up in the first thing in the morning and you're going to the bathroom by yourself. Lock those kids and animals out. So 5 minutes can still do good stuff for you. So I encourage you, even if that's all you have, just try it anyway. Another great thing about this process is that once you get a little practice with it, from time to time you might be out and about in public and something stresses you out. And in order to calm yourself down in the moment, you don't have to do the whole process standing there in the grocery store. You can just say your 2 little words to yourself in your mind, and you can get a little injection of that calming without anybody even knowing that you're doing anything. And it's a great little tool to just keep in your back pocket and take it with you wherever you go. If this is for you, great. Please share this video. If it's not for you, that's okay too. Please share the video anyway, because all of you have hundreds, maybe even thousands of people that you're connected with, and you have no idea who needs something just like this. Just a super simple, quick, easy, effective tool to help them with their coping in stressful times. And let's be honest, life in general is stressful, but right now, obviously, it's a little crazy, a little beyond the usual. So you never know who in your life might need something like this and would super appreciate it. So please share the video. If you want to see more stuff like this, I've got plans for more. So subscribe to my channel and please pass it on. All right, be safe out there. I miss everybody. Hug your cats and dogs for me and tell them Auntie Claire misses them. Bye.